Hey you all, this is Brian, and you are watching the Dark Age channel.
So, just a heads up, inflation's kicking in already. Now, just to be clear, things are still pretty affordable for now. But honestly, it might be a smart move to stock up on what you need sooner rather than later, because it's looking like we're on a one-way track to hyperinflation town. Number 1. Transportation. Hitting the top of the list, at number 1 is your wheels, your ride, your trusty steed, however you want to label it, transportation is key. You've got to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape, tires pumped, engine purring, and all that jazz. But let's not put all our eggs in the car basket. What about Plan B? Get creative with alternative transport methods. Got a wagon? That's perfect for hauling supplies or giving tired little legs a break. Still clinging to that stroller from your toddler days? Don't let it gather dust. It could double as a mini cart for your belongings, or even a makeshift chariot for a kiddo in a pinch. And don't forget about winter. A sled isn't just for fun. It can lug essentials across the snow. We're not just talking four wheels and a motor. Think bikes, skateboards, makeshift luggage carrier, and anything else that rolls. And speaking of rolling, wheeled backpacks, gold. Rolling suitcases, double gold. Now, before you start worrying about your wallet, take a deep breath. You don't necessarily need to splurge on new gear. A keen eye can spot many of these items for free or cheap on places like FreeCycle, Facebook Marketplace, or even the Curb on Trash Day. Garage sales, thrift stores, and a good old-fashioned neighborly chat can also unearth some transportation treasures. Number 2. Food. Alright. Coming in at number 2, we're talking grub. And no, you don't need to go full doomsday prepper on your pantry, but a little foresight can go a long way. Think canned goodies like meats, veggies, good old beans, and don't forget the tuna. Oh, and rice? A must-have. You want stuff that's gonna stick around for the long haul and won't make your family turn up their noses at dinner time. Sure, you might be thinking, beans? Really? But when push comes to shove, trust me, you'll be all about those beans. The game plan is to stockpile edibles that'll tide you over when hitting up the grocery store is a no-go, or when your garden decides to play dead. And here's a pro tip. Mix it up with items that don't need a full-on cook sesh. Some soups and eats that just need a warm-up can be lifesavers, especially when you're trying to figure things out in an emergency. And hey, don't sweat the freezer stock up at first. Prioritize your pantry with non-perishables. Once you've got that canned fortress built, then you can turn your attention to filling up the freezer. Number 3. Water filtration. Number 3 is water filtration, and trust me, it's a biggie. Sure, it's cool to have a stockpile of bottled water, but what you really want is your own water filtration setup. I've actually rigged up my own system, and you can check out the how-to video. I'll drop that link for you to see. But here's the thing, you've got to have a way to filter your water. Even in a brand spanking new house with zero water issues, we ended up needing ours. And don't sweat the cost. You can get a decent setup for like $40 or less. Total no-brainer. Number 4, medical supplies. You should really start beefing up your stash of medical supplies. And I'm talking about more than just Band-Aids and cough syrup, though those are key players too. Don't forget the throat lozenges. Stockpile those cough drops like they're going out of style. Then there's the anti-itch and burn creams. A hot tip? Snag some aloe with lidocaine. It's a game changer for burns soothes the pain, not just the burn. And let's talk stomach issues, because let's face it, your diet's gonna get weird, and your tummy's gonna know it. Anti-diarrhea meds are a must. Seriously, keep them close because you never know when you'll need them. Prescriptions are next level important. My trick? Pick them up a day or two early each time. If you're on a 30-day refill, aim for 28 days. Those couple of pills might not seem like much, but they add up. And in a pinch, they could be a lifesaver. Staying organized is key. Mark that calendar, count backwards 28 days, easy peasy. And always grab more than you think you'll need, like ibuprofen and other over-the-counter meds. You could be sitting on a gold mine for bartering if things get tight. Yeah, think about it, those extra bottles of pain relievers and Band-Aids might just be worth their weight in gold. Number 5. Seeds. Everyone's quick to say, go heirloom or non-GMO, which is great, but don't sleep on hybrid seeds. Now, before you give me the side-eye, hear me out. Those hybrids? They're like the superheroes of the seed world when it comes to fighting off bugs and diseases. Trust me, an entire crop can be wiped out by pests, but hybrids stand a better chance. My advice? Mix it up. Plant a little bit of both heirlooms and hybrids. This way, you can save those precious heirloom seeds for next year and still have a fighting chance against diseases this season. Now, for the practical part, grab seeds for stuff like tomatoes and cucumbers that have that disease-resistant armor. When everyone else's heirloom tomatoes are being chomped on by bugs, your hybrids might just pull through. Number 6. Soap. Alright folks, for number 6, we're talking about something simple yet super important. Soap. Seriously, you'd be surprised how a clean rinse can turn your whole mood around when things are looking grim. As for me, I'm a soap-making machine. I've got enough soap stashed to last a lifetime, or heck, even my grandkids might end up using it. But here's the kicker. Soap is gold when it comes to trading. Stock up on bar soap because it lasts longer and won't break the bank. You can scoop up a bunch at Walmart without denting your wallet. Go for variety, but keep it practical. Ivory soap, for instance, is like the Swiss Army knife of soaps, gentle enough for babies, and you can even use it as shampoo. Dual-purpose items are your best bet since they save space, and you won't need as many different products. Number 7. Bug spray and mouse traps. These are easy to overlook, but when things go sideways, the bug and rodent brigade can turn into a full-blown invasion. The last thing you want is a bunch of critters treating your pantry like their personal diner. And yeah, bugs in the food? No thanks. Mice scurrying around your snacks? Even worse. So what I do is I get myself some food-grade diatomaceous earth. I just dust it around where I store my food. Bugs chow down on that stuff and it's game over for them. But it's harmless to us humans. I get it. Lots of folks are into organic farming, steering clear of pesticides, and they're doing great, hats off to them. But often, they're only bug-free because the rest of the world is using chemicals to keep pests in check. If everybody stops using pesticides, things can get real messy. Real fast. Just look at Austria. They had mice running wild recently. It's a bigger deal than most people think. So, make sure you've got your anti-bug and mouse game on lock. Number 8. Fuel source. Everyone's quick to say, grab a generator. But honestly, a generator's only going to get you so far. You gotta have a backup plan. My advice? Score yourself a rocket stove. I actually rigged up one myself and dropped a how-to link down below. Consider a wood stove or even a simple fire pit. And don't just lean on gas, have a charcoal grill ready to go too. Keep those propane tanks topped off at all times. You need to have a way to heat your grub or boil some water when you need to. But brace yourself, because you might have to munch on your meals without giving them a warm-up. Sometimes, your heat's gonna be strictly for making sure your water's safe to drink. That's why I'm all about canned soups. You can knock them back lukewarm if you have to. Number 9. Clothing and shoes. Alright, checking in at number 9. Clothes and kicks. Look, you don't need a closet full of gear to get by. Realistically, a couple of shirts, 2 pairs of pants, and a few socks and undies will do the trick. But when it comes to your feet, that's where you want to pay attention. Make sure everyone in the fam has at least a couple of pairs of sturdy shoes and plenty of extra socks. Wet feet mean blisters, and blisters are a one-way ticket to Pain Town, making everything tougher. Plus, if things go south for the long haul, you'll be thanking yourself for having enough socks and underwear to last a couple of years, easy. And denim? That's your best bet. A good pair of jeans or overalls will outlast any of your standard cotton pants, hands down. I know you're thinking, I'm not about to stroll around looking like I just fell off a turnip truck. But trust me, when push comes to shove, fashion's gonna be the last thing on your mind. Number 10. Tools. Alright, so coming in at number 10 on the list, your toolkit. You definitely want to make sure you've got all the essentials covered. We're talking about having a solid pair of pliers that won't give out on you, a set of reliable screwdrivers for all those random screws you'll encounter, wire cutters for a quick snip here and there, and let's not forget a trusty hammer. It's a must-have. Plus, it might be a good call to pick up a small axe, because you never know when you'll need to chop something down or split some firewood. And those little handsaws can be lifesavers for all the smaller jobs. Basically, just get your hands on some basic tools that will let you take on pretty much any little repair job around your place. It's all about being prepared to tackle whatever comes your way without having to scramble at the last minute. And those are some things you should stockpile before hyperinflation hits. Any other items you believe should have made the list? Feel free to comment below. Please like, share, subscribe, and click on the little bell icon too for more of these videos. Thanks for watching, and God bless.